Hello and welcome to my channel. I am Kitten Up Kitten. My name is Sam, just in case you're interested. And today I am whipping. So I have made a start on, what's it called? I can't remember. I'm off to a good start. Brookside Retreat, says under my washi tape. I have made a start on Brookside Retreat, which is from Pinson, from Diamond Art Club. Now I have, it's very confetti. I have to say it is very confetti. But before we get into all of the details, let's go through what I'm going to be using today. So first of all, I have got the XL tray in white, the XL cook tray, blinged up of course. So I'm using the white one today. I've also got my storage, which happens to be the 84 bottle storage. So I've got that, but I actually do take the trays out of there because it gets top heavy. So it's not ideal, but do you know what? It looks pretty. It's all good. I am also using my customized pen from Diamond Art Club. I am loving these pens just recently. Loving them. I think I'm getting the hang of the putty. But of course I had to squish it up because, you know, it's softer on my fingers. I also need my glasses, which I haven't got, so just bear with me. Let me go grab those. Okay, glasses got. There is a reason that I don't wear my glasses during the day. At the minute, I wear my sunglasses for driving, so it's fine. My glasses are actually broken, and I need to get them fixed. But, you know, it ain't cheap. So I'm using my old glasses, and they're not the best. So I tend to take them off when I'm cleaning, just because I don't need them. I don't need them. Anyway, welcome or welcome back, depending on whether you're new or not. If you are new, welcome to this whatever this channel is. I do predominantly diamond painting. I also have an Etsy shop for the trays, and I make the odd pen now and again out of the old style Diamond Art Club pens or any cheap kit pens, but this one's special. I had to bling it up, didn't I? Had to give it a bit of a cushion, but I love it. I love. I am loving using the pen. I am loving using the putty. Yes, I have to change it out more than double-sided tape, but because I've used it so much going away, I'm kind of really enjoying it. I really am. So anyway, this is a square drill canvas. I have struggled a little bit getting into this one, and I don't know why, because I don't have any kits that I don't want to do. I wouldn't have bought it if I didn't want to do it, but I've just really struggled getting into the flow with this one. Now, whether it's just because I know it's quite big, or whether I just went a little bit cray on the last one, I don't know. So I have been working on Faces of Fairy 132. That is currently on one of the tables from the said table saga. If you do not know what I'm talking about, please go back through the videos and you will see. I'm not going to go through it again. It's ridiculous. Anyway, yes, that is currently set up on a table in the front room. So because it's easier to do that while I'm watching TV. Me and Ashley are making a concerted effort to spend quality time together. So yeah, that's in the room. I couldn't be bothered to fetch it in. So I thought, you know what, I'll do a whip on this one. I think you're going to be seeing this one for quite a while. It is very confetti. You know I don't like confetti much, so it takes a bit of doing. It takes a bit of doing. Do you know what? As much as I moan about these things, I wouldn't buy the kits if I wasn't prepared to do it. It just takes me longer. That's all. I just have to motivate myself a bit more. Anyway, you have coming up also. I don't know whether it will be before or after this video, but there will be a kitting up. I've done a kitting up this week, which I was really happy about. So one kitting down, one kitting up. It's all good. I do have to say, I've started filming. I'm getting a headache. I can feel it. So I don't know how long this is going to be. It might just be a little one. But content is content. And I know that you guys will understand. I also need to express my sadness at hearing the news that the lovely Lisa from Lisa's Colouring Corner passed away recently. If you are a fan of pennies as well, you will probably have already seen that news, so I'm not going to go over it again, other than to say she was a big part of the lives. She will be missed so much, not just by her family and her friends, but by some of you guys who got to know her through the chats. Absolutely lovely lady. She was the first person to get the first printed off XL tray, because it was Lisa that wanted it. And of course I did have the lavender for Lisa tray. That will be coming back at some point. It will always be called Lavender for Lisa from this point on. You know, it was her colour. So yeah, deeply saddened. Not a lot else I can add to that, other than, you know, life is so damn cruel. Always takes the good ones soonest, doesn't it? So if anyone from Lisa's family or friend group is watching, my thoughts are with you all. I shall miss her deeply. So it has been a difficult week. It's also been quite tiring. I'm sort of, I have to say, I'm quite lucky when it comes to the fibro and stuff, because most of the time I'm pretty good. Mental health is pretty good at the minute. I've had, you know, a couple of issues recently. However, I have handled them. I have come through it, and I didn't start smoking again. So that's got to be a bonus, right? I am literally, in January, I am going to treat myself to at least 3 canvases as a 1 year. Can you believe it? If I get to January, what do I mean if? When I get to January, I will have been smoke-free for a year. And I can tell you there's a lot of people out there that would never think that I would give up smoking. I was a heavy smoker, a very heavy smoker. So the fact I've done it, incredibly proud of myself. And hopefully I've given up early enough to avoid any of the nasty things that come alongside smoking for that long. But yeah, very proud of myself. Not a lot else going on really. Sort of work's getting back to a steadier rhythm, but that's mainly because of my own boundary setting, and that is what I want to talk to you about today. Boundaries. What are boundaries? Why do we have boundaries? Okay, so there will be things, and we're all different. We all have our own boundaries. Now, there are some that are generally accepted by everybody. Things like don't murder people. Do you know what I mean? It's not, it's not something you have to keep reiterating over and over again, is it? A boundary isn't a rule, but it's a line that you personally would not cross. So, for instance, if I ran a business and my employee was on holiday, would I call, message or text that employee during the course of their holiday? No, I would not. Do you know what I mean? They are taking time off from work. So for that time that they've got off, they do not work for me. So I wouldn't do that. And there are some boundaries that we put on ourselves, and they won't be the same for everybody, you know, and very often a lot of them can be really silly little things. So like toilet roll, this is a good one. So I cannot bear going to the toilet and finding out that the person that has hung the toilet roll has done it so that the toilet paper falls down the back against the wall. It absolutely freaks me out. Number one, because that sheet of paper that is now against the wall is going to be in your hand, which means whatever is on the wall is now all over your hand. And when you then go to wipe yourself, it is then all over your intimate parts. So for me, it's a big no-no. You don't put the toilet roll down the back. You also, if you hang it down the back of the roll, spiders climb up it and hide, and then you pull it and the spider drops out. This is from personal experience, I'm just saying. But that isn't a hard no for other people. Other people go, oh, I don't mind. You know, I don't care, it's toilet roll. Who cares? I care. It's my boundary. And very often our boundaries are disrupted by other people, and then we sit there and we worry and wonder why people treat us a certain way. Now, the reason for me doing this is because I have recently been in a situation, more than one situation actually. It wasn't just one thing, it was something else as well. But I have certain boundaries, and those boundaries are geared up because of my past experiences, and you will get that with lots of people. So for instance, I have a real issue with privacy. Okay, I believe that I have the right to my privacy. So whether that be shutting the bathroom door when I go for a wee, or having a diary and people not reading it, or having a phone and not having people go through it, you know, I'm entitled to my privacy. I'm also entitled to talk to who I want, within reason, I hasten to add. And the reason I have those rules is because you have different relationships with different people, and everybody needs to have someone that they vent to, don't they? Now, what I don't want is, I don't want to be talking to my best mate by message, moaning about my husband, and then my husband seeing those messages and being hurt by them. I haven't said it because I necessarily mean it. I might say in that message, I'm done, never talking to him again, da 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 da. But I don't necessarily mean it, and I don't necessarily need him to see it either. So that for me is a hard no. Okay, you just don't. It's just something you don't do. I don't feel the need to do that. But it might be completely different for someone else. The other thing where I have boundaries, I am one of those people, and especially when I'm working, I take my job, whatever my job is. It doesn't matter whether it's cleaning or office work or YouTube. I will always go the extra mile because it's just the way that I am. I just like to do a good job. And not everybody's like that. But what it's brought home to me is, I was kind of complaining about a number of things that are going on in my life, and somebody said to me, well, aren't you being judgmental if you think that that person's bad because they haven't done something that you would do as a matter of fact? Is it your judgment that's the issue, or is it what they're doing is the issue? And I thought about it, and do you know what? She's right. Also the fact, you know, I will complain and complain and complain. This person's taken advantage of me. This person's taken advantage of me. And this person also said, but have they? Why? And I'm like, because they expect too much of me. They ask too much of me. And she says, well, no, it's not. It's because you don't say no. And again, she's right. So I need to set my boundaries. Now, what I've already been doing this, it's quite important for me now. I have been doing this over the course of the last few weeks, and yes, there have been some issues thrown up because of it, but those boundaries are important to me. And I'm at a point now where I can't always say yes to everything, because I can't physically do everything. I literally can't. So I am learning to set my boundaries. Now, at the same time that I set my own, I also have to learn to respect other people's. So I'm trying to do that. I'm trying to take one thing at a time and focus on that until I've got it finished. So it is a long running thing. But it's a case of, you know, if someone does something and it triggers me, is that a you issue? Or is it a me issue, should I say? Or is it a them issue? And the answer is, it's always going to be a me issue. Because I am judging that person because they're not doing something the way that I would do it. And I can't do that. I can't. I've got to learn that everybody's entitled to their opinion. Everybody is entitled to having their own boundaries, and I can respect those boundaries even if I don't agree with them. Hard lesson to learn, isn't it? Very hard. So anyway, that's where I am at the minute. I'm I just wanted to make sure that was in the right place. This is something that we've been looking at Circle as well, so it's sort of been in the forefront of my mind. And no, I'm not going to turn around to everybody and say, right, F you, I'm not doing that anymore. I'm doing it as a gradual process. I'm doing it as a, okay, from now on I'm not doing that. From now on I'm not doing that. Now, you will have noticed this when I did the announcement that DIY DP is changing from twice a year to just once a year. And it's purely because I want to have that time in May with my family. We always go away on holiday at some point in May. And I need to be present for that holiday. I need to be there and ready. And regardless of the fact that I earn a tiny, tiny amount of money from YouTube, and it is tiny, now being at a point where that happens, I now feel that I should put some effort in, but at the same time, it is still work. It might be unpaid, but it's work. So, yeah, that's a new boundary that I've had to bring in. It also means that I can focus more on November. And hopefully bring you more than just, you know, a couple of videos a week. That would be nice, wouldn't it? Wouldn't it? So that's why I brought up boundaries today. Please do not jump to conclusions. I have not said it because someone's done something or someone said something or anything like that. Completely random. It's just that I'm particularly working on that in my shadow work. If you don't know what shadow work is, it's working on those things from your past that influence your future and trying to bring yourself some peace from those situations. It's only just something I've started to do. I have in a way done this over the years in one form or another, but I've never specifically set out to do it. But it appears that Circle is becoming a lot more geared up towards those sort of things. We're starting to dive a little bit deeper now. A bit scary. Anyway, have to say what I have done of this canvas looks lovely. It really does, and I can see how pretty these flowers are, but my God, they're a ball ache to do. And also you will notice the way that I'm working. When I have a bigger canvas, I may have to work different angles. So when I'm actually working on this, it's upside down and I have the rest of this rolled up. For the purposes of filming this video, I actually needed to turn it on its side so that you could see the section I was working on. You know, you've got to do what you've got to do to make it fit. And it did make me laugh because my husband said the little table I've got in the other room is quite small. And he was like, yeah, but if you've got a great big canvas. I'm like, look, not being funny. All summer, I've been sat outside on a bistro table and I've managed to diamond paint. So there are always ways. It consists of rolling. There's a lot of rolling going on. But I'll get there. And at the minute, like I said, I've got the little one to go. My headache is definitely getting worse. It is possible that I'm dehydrated because I haven't got changed from work yet. But I wanted to come on and take at least half an hour just to do a little bit of diamond painting, have a bit of a chat. So there's not much else that I can say. There will be a limited edition colour tray for November, just in case you're wondering. I have a brand new colour ready to go. You can hear, or rather you can't hear, the printers working. I haven't got them set up today, but that's because I'm going out, so I didn't want to set them off and there not be anyone here to monitor. And that's probably the crux of it. And of course, I still haven't got around to making some more pens. Look, at the end of the day, I'll get there eventually. I'll get there eventually. It's hard. It's very hard during the week. Just because I do so many other things. Like last night, I didn't finish working really until 7 o'clock. I wish I could. I wish I could just sit and diamond paint all day long. That would be amazing. But I'd also need to be a lottery winner. However, this is coming together nicely. It is. I'm sure once I get a bit further on and get some actual work, I mean, it does at the moment, it just looks absolutely massive. I am using washi tape to section just because I can then control the size of the sections a little bit more. Oh, did you see the shop launch from Penny? Loving the true crime cover papers, mind you. Okay, so I'm gonna do this symbol because there's quite a few of them. So it's the 3 dots. So let's do that. It's also a nice pop of colour amongst the browns and the greens that I've just done. So with a bit of luck, I should be able to get ahead on videos a little bit, which would make it a lot easier for me over the next week. Next week I'm a little bit busier with nails again, so I did though have 2 jobs today, and actually one was only 2 hours, the other was 2.5, so it was actually an easier day than I've had recently. I did get a bit of putty on my... I've been so good with the putty as well because I haven't been overfilling. So this is what I've learned from using the Diamond Art Club putty. In the single placer, you need it so it's barely on the edge. Literally scrape off as much as possible. You do not want any overhang at all, because if you do, it will get on that canvas. Not so bothered on a square, I can just plonk a drill on top of it, but it's not something you want to be doing all the time. But that said, it's a nice pen. I like it. I don't like the fact I just picked up one too many then. Right, where are you, Samantha? Come on. Definitely, because I've got a headache. I'm gutted as well because it was like, oh, it'll be nice. I can get home. I can sit and diamond paint for a bit. But of course, having a headache when you're diamond painting and then sitting under a light does not help. Now, whether I actually just put the video up in the shortened form or whether I just stop filming for a bit and see how I go, I don't know. So potentially could be a quick video. Oh, there's a nice long one. So of course, because I am using the Diamond Art Club pen, I am also using their plastic multi-placers. Put that one in the wrong place, obviously. Any more of those? I always think they look like little strawberries, the 3 dots. Don't know why. Okay. I must really make sure that I take a cushion or something to circle as well for meditating. I've got a lovely new blanket now because my husband used the blanket in the car for the dogs, so I made him buy me a new one. So I have a nice new blanket, but I do need to make sure I take a cushion as well. So yeah, plenty of colours to go through yet. I haven't done even a tiny fraction of them. But I have a feeling that it's going to be nice and bright. I can't wait to get into the middle a little bit more. At the minute, it's just border. It's literally took me all week to do the first section, so definitely struggling with motivation a bit. I'm going to have to call it quits there because my head is banging. And being under this light, anybody who has got these high intensity LED lights will tell you, A, they get hot, and B, the light is so bright, it's giving me a bad head. So I'm going to leave it there. I apologise that it's a short video. I'm going to go off and take some painkillers, and I am then going to get changed to get ready for circle. Hopefully, if I rehydrate with some water, then I should be feeling fine to go. So I apologise it's a short video. If you do need any info, please do check out the description box. And if you could please like, subscribe, comment and share. That will help my channel grow the quickest. I will be back soon with another video. It is, as always, guys, over and out from this Kitten Up Kitten. Bye-bye.